The sky fell on you.
The sky fell on you, and it's like a death sentence, right?
Do you have a choice? Like, can you cut out only one part or must remove the whole breast?
Okay, in my case,
It's damn painful. I scream so loud. For me, I think I would cut the whole thing. Yeah, for peace of mind. For me, it's no use. It's okay.
my oncologist said to me, she said, if you didn't go for your breast cancer check so quickly, she said you might have died because
Welcome to a very special episode of the Irene Ang Show. Breast cancer is the #1 cancer in Singapore for women. Almost half of all diagnosed cases are women between 40 to 50 years old. So today on my Irene Ang Show, we unpack what this means to women in Singapore, especially with all of us juggling families, careers and caregiving roles, right? Joining me today is my very, very, very dear friend Apong. We'll come to that later. Miss Koh Chieng Mun.
Hi, thank you.
Chieng Mun has faced breast cancer how long ago?
Almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, almost 20 years ago, and I was there with her.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful that she's fully recovered.
After 5 years, you're in remission. I haven't had any recurrence, so
Life is
like normal.
normal, right? Yeah.
Who you know
Who I know before that.
before that.
Yes. And we are also very, 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 very honored to be joined by this, I will call her an advocate, activist, passionate doctor, Dr Tan Yia Swam. And maybe share with us, in your capacity as a doctor, what is your role and what are you passionate about?
So this goes back to really my student years. So we go to the hospital
until
wards.
so far?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Once upon a time. So when we were about 18, 19 years old, then we apply for medical school. Then you turn 20, you start to go to the hospital to see patients. So at the time we are still lay people. And one of the patients that I saw had a very large tumor that was growing out of the chest. So at that point, it was a bit scary, a bit shocked. In my mind, I was thinking, why would anyone in Singapore allow such a tumor to grow to such an advanced stage? So that triggered my passion. I told myself, no matter what, no matter how difficult the studying is, I must become a specialist. And this is my passion now, to educate and to encourage women, don't be scared. Early detection, you can manage the tumor. Yeah. So hopefully today's show will discuss more about that.
Just so you all know that Dr. Tan Yia Swam is also the Singapore Cancer Society's Breast Cancer Resource Panel. What does it mean to be in the resource panel? What is the resource? What are the resources?
So there's a lot of different organizations out there. The Singapore Cancer Society is one of the oldest ones around. I think started in 1964, and it provides a full spectrum of services from screening, prevention, education, support of patients during their treatments, rehabilitation, and even for patients who are in the final stages of illness, palliation care. So to be an advisor means that we provide some of the medical input. So having this medical support is essential to give timely and up-to-date care for the patients.
So I want to ask Cheng, since you just mentioned, the reason why I started with you first is because I understand when you had cancer, you had some help. Then I think over the years, because 20 years already, right? So a lot has improved. Maybe we start with the moment you found out that you had this breast cancer.
Okay, the moment I found out, of course, I was stunned. Although I was very exposed to breast cancer.
Why are you exposed to breast cancer?
Oh, because I was part of the 4 ladies who advertised the...
Oh, you were part of the ad?
Yes, for the mammobus, when the mammobus first started. So I was aware of taking mammogram, but still, after the diagnosis, you're stunned. You know, you're completely...
The sky fell on you.
The sky fell on you, and it's like a death sentence, right? Death is at your doorstep. So I was stunned, so I didn't know what to do. I just went home and sat down for hours, and I decided that I want to put my affairs in order. And what did I do next day? I went to make a will.
Oh, you haven't had a will then?
Yes. I mean, I was 46. I mean, you don't think of making a will.
Yes, at 46.
Yeah.
Okay.
So will. That's another thing. LPA.
LPA and will. Important.
And will,
yes.
yeah.
I remember you were supposed to start a play in a few days' time. Yeah. They called me. I only knew about this because they called me and said, hey, we need your help. And I said, 3 days, I think. I have to memorize all the script. Haven't done blocking. Haven't done. You were rehearsing for a play, right?
Yes, it was 10 brothers.
Yeah.
But it was in Mandarin, that's why.
对，是讲华语的舞台剧耶。And I was like, I would love to do it, but dude, I don't think I can hold someone else more capable than me. Who was it that replaced you?
Well, I think the director,
Oh,
Loretta did it.
She had to do it herself.
Yeah,
right?
she had to do.
Yeah, she
but
called-
I did 3 shows.
Oh, after that.
Yes, because I hadn't gone for my operation yet. My operation was 11 days after my diagnosis. So Loretta said, you know, why don't you do the shows? I said, you know, I mean,
Why stop living?
why stop living? Yeah.
Why stop living?
Yeah.
Right?
So
like
she
that.
said, what are you going to do? You're going to sit down at home and stare into space?
What went on after the play? Like, what kind of treatment did you have? What other support did you get?
So emotionally and also mentally, I think you have to go to a place where people truly understand what is the way to go. How do you get yourself better?
People
How,
with experience, people with knowledge, you know. And where did you go?
I went to many different places, and one of them was Singapore Cancer Society, which provided me with a very methodical way of going about it. You know, because you've just gone through all the chemotherapy and you shouldn't expect too much of yourself. So they put me to activities that will help you to also, you know, just physical activities. We went for, you know, those jungle exercises in Sentosa. And you meet other patients with different kinds of cancer, like lung cancer. A lady was also very admirable. She was pregnant and she had breast cancer.
Wow.
So she was going through with pregnancy.
So that sort of helped you feel like you're not
yeah,
alone,
I'm not
right?
alone. And
Talk to people who understand you.
yes, and mine was a mild case, you know. And people, you know, with so severe
Stage
that
3,
they
stage
still,
4, yeah.
they still, you know, continue with life and hope. One of the main things that I learned from going to a place like that is to maintain your strength, maintain hope.
So, Chieng Mun, do you have a choice? Like, can you cut out only one part or must remove the whole breast?
Okay, in my case, the tumor was localized at only one point. So I had the choice of vasectomy, which is removal of the whole breast, or removal of the lump, and that's called lumpectomy. So the difference is, for lumpectomy, you have to go for radiotherapy, but for mastectomy, you don't.
Because remove the whole thing already, ma.
Imagine the whole breast like a cake, right? Then if your cancer is a small little prune inside, small one, I can just take out one area, it's fine. But how I know there's no other tiny prunes inside? So studies have shown if we only remove that area, the cancer can come back to the breast very soon after, must do radiation. Then whereas in some women, even though the cancer is small, they want to remove the whole breast for peace of mind, can. Whether or not someone needs chemotherapy, it's not how little or how much you cut. It depends on the original cancer size, original type of cancer. So I always tell my patient, choosing surgery, don't be confused about chemo, no chemo. Deal with the size, etc. first.
For me, I think I would cut the whole thing. Yeah, for peace of mind.
So that's the strange thing. Different women have different ideas.
Everyone, right?
Yes, I have women who die, then must keep their breast. So they'll do the mastectomy with reconstruction. Some women very scared, remove both sides. No need recon. So a lot of different women with different
Oh,
ideas.
they rather remove the whole thing, then they reconstruct
Yes.
the breast lah.
Yes.
For me, it's no use lah. It's okay. Did you spend a lot of money?
Oh yeah, for chemotherapy itself is very expensive. The operation itself is also very expensive. I think part of the reason would be that if you go for if you're very vigilant at the age of 40, I got at 46, right? So if I had been very vigilant and gone for a yearly checkup, which is what women between the ages of 40 and 50 should go, is every year. Now, if I had gone for it, I might have discovered it at stage 0.
Oh, is it?
Yes, but by the time I discovered it, through self-breast examination, I was already 46 and it was at stage 2A.
Why do I feel like she's speaking like a doctor? Dr. Koh, yes.
Because it's 20 years ago, so after you just rush towards all your treatments, then you look back and say, okay, well, if I had.
But do you still have to do it every year now that you are recovered?
After 5 years, you're considered to be in total remission. And it means that, you know, all your cells have been rejuvenated.
But you mean that other places cannot grow, is it, Dr. Tan?
So I think a very good way to think about cancer is that the cancer grew as a lump, but throughout the time that the cancer was in the body, the bloodstream is always there. So there could be small little cells scattered throughout your body. So as of now, doctors will use professional staging system, right? Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And that we can predict what kind of treatments you need, how likely is it the cancer will grow back. And you're right, we usually give patients a 2-year mark, a 5-year mark to look forward to. Now that women, people in general, are living so long until 80 and 90, there's always a chance one cancer cell can lie dormant for many years and the right set of circumstances make it grow back. That's what we call recurrence, so very far later. So in general, I tell patients, don't freak out, don't scare, right? Just live your life as per normal, lead a good healthy life, and then just keep to your medical appointments. If nothing happens lah.
But just now, Chieng Mun say if she had detected earlier, it would have helped. Would it really help that you detected? What is the vast difference?
So this is the whole thing about health screening. We try to detect a problem before it becomes a problem. So people have diseases, have illnesses, right? And there's a pre-disease stage. So example, stroke, there's a high blood pressure that can predict a stroke. For cervical cancer, there's CIN. And for breast, there is something called DCIS, stage 0 cancer, or even atypical, abnormal cells, which might or might not become cancer. So this is found through a mammogram, the X-ray of the breast.
Oh, did you do a mammogram before that?
No.
You never
It
done
was self-breast examination, which I did. Mammogram I did not do, although I was aware of it.
I will share a little bit about why women don't go for mammogram. Okay, firstly, Singapore women are so multitasking that they have intangible and tangible loads on them, right? You have the pressure of pleasing your bosses, your client at work, and then go home, you make sure your husband and children got food lah, the helper is behaving lah, it's like women is like, I don't know, in my next life I want to be a man or a puppy. And that's one reason. The second reason is, I remember when I wanted to upgrade my insurance, they sent me for a full body checkup. And I did my mammogram for the first time. And I'll share for the first time in public that it's damn painful. I screamed so loud. Only when I'm 50.
Then the other thing earlier you shared about gapping the breast and painful, right? Can I also share my experience? I am old enough to have done it 4 times.
Wow.
And myself also not so big lah. So I think when the sonographer knows that I'm a doctor, so they also scared I'll scold them. So I said, never mind, pretend I'm a newbie, just do what you need to. I must tell you, cannot be shy one. Let the person manhandle you, right? So they kept.
Yeah, and they were very rough. They were
No, not rough, firm. They need to position it properly.
No, just slightly before COVID, I wanted to top up my insurance because turn 50, then agent come and scare you, right? Like, well, you're going to get very expensive, and then after 50, if you have any illness, you cannot buy insurance already, and so I wanted to equalize my. So I went, because my breast not big, so they gap the breast so painful. Then the girl can gap wrongly some more, The nurse, she's like, she cannot find it. Then she moved. Then she tried to push up my breast because I'm flat-chested. And she tried to gap and gap. I tell you, this is the most painful thing, because she couldn't gap anything out. I think your one no problem lah. That's why I think people think it's very painful and it's very rough. But actually, like what she said, now got improvement already. Now the thing can gap nicely.
Yes, that's right.
Time span has been reduced by how many percent?
I don't know. Like you said, split seconds.
Split second,
Yes,
huh?
split seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. This one also a bit of medical facts. The reason why the screening changed, because some people get confused. 40 to 49 is every year. After 50, once every 2
Actually,
years.
I thought that way so.
No, so it's correct. But they assume that when you turn older, cancer is less common. That's wrong. The older we get, the more likely you have cancer. So why? Because the texture of the breast changes. At 50 plus minus, women enter menopause. And so sorry to say, but women become a bit more saggy, flat, because it's more fatty.
Can I just tell you, it's not just the breast that's saggy, the double chin also come out, okay? And why after the menopause, everything must sag?
Estrogen. So that's why the X-ray becomes more translucent. We can see problems a little more easily.
It's not because it's less prone. So I thought it's because after 50 means like if you pass this phase, don't have, then means like
You're safe.
yeah, you are safe. So only 2 years you need to check. Then now that she's past 60, is it every 3 years?
No, I go every year, as though I'm still in my 40s. They want to get rid of me, but they can't, because I do other checks also.
Like, doctor, is it true like people like her that like kena before, then they become like her, very vigilant, but those people who never, what are the common excuses, and how do we encourage them to please do it for your family, for yourself?
So a few points you brought up, right? A lot of women now, we're in the sandwich generation, right? Look after the old one, look after the young one, no time to look after ourselves. So a lot of time we look at calendars fully packed. Then, supposed to check, troublesome. Call the clinic, nobody pick up, forget it lah, next time.
Then after that, 1 year later, then you remember again.
Correct. Or then last minute the child vomit lah, someone got fever lah, then again, sorry, cannot go. So I think this is a time to, excuse me, I need to get myself checked. And then prioritize yourself.
But that means for your family's sake and for your own sake, right? Go through is the 1 second only lah. You must do the mammogram. How short is the time to do the mammogram?
Okay lah, realistically lah, block half a day, right? Because you go there must register, queue up this and...
Okay, depends on your financial status and which hospital you go to. Because some hospital you have to queue very long. If you're very rich, you go to certain ones, like within half an hour, you can get yours. Especially those arranged by your insurance agents. Because they got the specialized testing center, right? We know that screening saves life, but what are the resources that we can share with the people? How do we go about it? Where can we find, maybe for the audience of the Irene Ang Show?
So I think generally, as long as the 40 and above, make sure you get your annual screening mammogram, right? You can Google, you can check Singapore Health Screening Mammogram, there's a lot of services. But I think today I would like to highlight the Singapore Cancer Society provides mammogram screening. So check out their website to see what you're eligible for. Depending on your age, your CHAS card status, some of the older folks are eligible for free screening mammograms. For all other ladies, there's Mammobus services. And for any Singaporean, you can go to Healthier SG. There's a lot of services available. So don't let that hold you back for getting a screening mammogram.
A lot of the women come to you and say, how to do it? I cannot lah. My father got this, then my children got my son PSLE this year. How do you wake them up? Like do you hold them and say, hey, lady, wake up?
Some people need tough love lah. Then some people need a different kind of support. So I ask them, if you are so central, they are the nucleus of your family, isn't it even more important that you look after yourself first? If you 倒下来, if you are the one who collapses, everybody else will fall. So I remind them that at least once a year, schedule your annual health check, right? And don't let anyone take that time from you. So even get a call from the boss lah, urgent last minute meeting lah, whatever thing, just excuse me, I cannot. I have a medical appointment, and just prioritize yourself.
So 20 years ago and now, has the number of cancer patients increased?
So I did some research of my own talks and all that, and there was some interesting observation. So about 10 years ago, the percentage of cancer women coming with stage 1 was only about 30%, and stage 4 was maybe about 8%. So we fast forward 10 years later, the percentage of women with stage 1 cancer has gone up to almost 60%. So that's great. Women are coming forward for screening and earlier detection.
So the number go up is great because they are coming faster.
Correct. So of all the cancer patients, more than half are in stage 1, fantastic. Yes. But do you know stage 4 patients, instead of 8%, jump up to 11%?
Why?
Yeah, why? So I tell you 2 reasons. Okay. One is there's a phenomenon of young people with more aggressive cancers, and there's multiple reasons for it. The second reason is there's still a group of women with a very large cancers. I call it neglected cancer. And these ladies, they have a lot of psychosocial fear and worry about stepping forth. So when we look at risk factors for cancer, it's multiple factors. Commonly, we talk about age, estrogen hormone exposure, the doctor will interview you, right? Oral contraceptive pills like IVF, children breastfeeding. These are multiple small factors that stack up. Modern day, there's a lot of postulation on why cancer is more common. Modern day living actually is more complex, there's more stress. We're eating more processed food. There's more radiation in the world right now. We're sleeping a lot less. Last time sunset, really nothing to do, sleep. Nowadays, we stay up, watch Netflix.
And swipe and then go on Shopee and do your shopping, right? So you mean like the cancer become more prevalent among younger people because they are resting lesser? You mean rest can help to prevent cancer also?
So keeping in mind, doctors are always very careful and professional when it comes to advice. So you find a lot of doctors don't dare to commit because we haven't proven.
Everything must be medically proven lah, research lah, statistic lah.
Throughout the globe, internationally, every specialist has noticed there's a worldwide trend in obesity, worldwide trend in cancers, increasing numbers, and younger age. Something is not quite right.
People are less active, right? Because you sit down and you shop and then you work on your laptop, Yeah, I'm just talking to some people in my office. I have a question. Is it genetic? Like your family genes is like very strong, then you won't get cancer?
So nowadays there's a blood test to prove whether or not your cancer is genetic or not. right? So it's a mutation, so we can prove it now. So I also tell patients, don't be shy, right? At Chinese New Year gathering, kaypoh a bit, ask around who died at what age or what cancer. Normally we don't like to say, but it's essential.
Hey, your grandfather, got different grandfather, right?
So some patients are very cute. They'll tell me, oh, my auntie died from cancer. So, oh, you see, this is father, mother's side. Oh no, she's my uncle's wife. Then I scold them, this is not your blood relative. Why would it pass to you? So it's important to know, because we try to have a risk assessment. If this family really, a lot of people in the family has cancer at a young age, maybe it's genetic and we can now prove it. So it's not something to be pantang or shy about. I think it's good to just ask. For breast cancers, of all women with breast cancers, only 10% is due to genetic problem. The other 90 we can check and they're not. So there's a lot of different risks that stack up to trigger a cancer. Don't get too scared there's family history, but don't be too relaxed also lah.
There's another thing which I want to talk about for early health screening. My oncologist said to me, she said, if you didn't go for your breast cancer check so quickly, she said you might have died, because I found out about my kidney cancer because I had breast cancer. So they do a CT scan to see whether it spread to other parts, nearby parts, but like the lung and the liver and the bones, but they found nothing. And they found an incidental tumor in the kidney.
So you are really very lucky.
Yeah, I'm really very, very lucky.
Yeah, so, like back to what she's saying, that because she detected earlier, you mentioned earlier that women after 50, I think especially for people, because I'm very concerned about after 50s. Maybe I went once in my 40s, but then...
Never again?
Yeah, because, like I said, because I find it too painful. Even claim that screening bring more harm, which, do you hear that a lot?
Yes. Yeah. I never meet them because they never come and see me.
Oh, yeah. If they think like that, they won't come and see you, right? Okay, but I tell you now, there's a lot of people like me lah.
Of course lah, mammogram lah, pick up early illness, blah, blah, blah. That's the logical part. The other thing we were telling them is that, you see, if you own a car, Singapore government asks you to go and check every year. You only have one body. You better upgrade and maintain your body, Don't wait until it become a broken part.
But then the car is after 5 years, then you must check every year. First 5 years, don't need.
Mammogram not so soon yet. Only guarantee 1 year, at the most 2 years. So imagine if your mammogram accuracy is also not 100%. That's something important to explain. So if year 1 you pass, year 2 might see some small spot, not sure. Year 3 it'll be more obvious. So the earlier we detect, the earlier the stage.
And also I think because of the way they push the breast and then where you press, right, it could also be different result.
The breast is 3D one, right? The way they keep, it cannot be that accurate. So it's not the person no good or the machine no good, it's the nature of the test. Some people are worried about radiation. Transforming something or other. So the fact is that nowadays the machines are really good. The amount of radiation is like background sunlight. If you take an aeroplane from Singapore to America, can be more radiation than mammogram. So it doesn't make sense to avoid it just because you're scared of the radiation.
So fear not, my friend, ladies and ladies. Doctors say it's a much improved mammogram now, okay? And radiation is lesser. You always take flight, go holiday, Japan, Hawaii, Bali. This is lesser, okay? So for yourself, to go more holiday, please do a mammogram. Thank you so much. But I think it's not just the psychological and physical impact. I think emotional and financial challenges will be very scary also, And what are the resources out there financially and a support group like what Chieng Mun has here? Is there more, even online platform? Like what you say, if I shy to go and join people, how can I get more support?
So maybe I just give a brief overview first. Right now I'm in the private sector, and of course people who can afford private sector is slightly different group of patients. Most of them are working adults. They are well insured, they understand about co-payment. So of course it's a bit more personalized services, things move a little bit faster. For any other Singaporean out there, I always tell them, don't worry, it's Singaporean PR, go to polyclinic, can go to restructured services to get subsidized care. You will be attended to, don't worry. Just that cannot choose doctors sometimes, and you meet a big team of doctors. And finally, for the group of people who are underprivileged, who are really in financial difficulties, fear not. Right, approach our hospitals, medical social worker, reach out to organizations such as Singapore Cancer Society. Just don't be shy. Talk to MP. Go online, go to giving.sg. There's a lot of different resources available. So important is cannot be shy. Must really ask for help.
At this stage already, right, and also cannot delay. cannot procrastinate, like cannot think, I don't want. Like for example, you say giving SG, you just go and key in cancer, you got all the society is there already. Or you go to Cancer Society or Singapore Cancer Society, right? You go inside, they got all the support group already, right? Very happy to hear that. You know, we have learned so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Tan. Thank you so much, Dr. Koh. Dr. Quack Koh. Dr. Quack Koh. You know, we have learned so much. I think most importantly, I learned 3 things. Number 1, detect early. Do not be afraid of going for your mammogram. There's many resources and many price level for affordability. And number 2, find your support group. Number 3, no matter how busy you are, right, it is not about being convenient. The cancer don't choose a convenient time to attack you, right? So must always make time to take care of yourself. All right, so any last message for the audience before we take away?
Well, I think you have to take care of yourself. And by saying that, it must be a commitment, 100%. Take care of yourself, love yourself.
So I have 3 take-home messages for all of you out there. Firstly, start your yearly mammograms once you turn age 40. Number 2, still do your monthly breast self-check. If you do find something different, don't panic, call your doctor. Finally, number 3, when you feel something, don't anyhow Google or use ChatGPT to self-diagnose. Please make an appointment to speak to your doctor.
But we will leave behind the QR code and all the places that you can go and do your mammogram for you, okay? Most importantly, guys, please remember, excuse me while I take care of myself. I may not always have time for you. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but excuse me, I have to take care of myself first, correct? So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you have enjoyed and learned as much as I did. But remember to like, share and subscribe with your friends, neighbor, dogs, colleagues, everybody. Just share, okay? And we will see you next on the Irene Ang Show. Bye-bye.